Shalom, shalom. First one was give all praise and not glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Rukakodas, the ones to the apostle of the Muslim. That takes the honor, put his words of truth for charity. And we just finna get to the lesson on Job 1. After this, Job, it's like I'm gonna see Job 2. I'm just gonna start with Job 2. This Job 2:1. Again, there was a day when the sons of Yahweh came to present themselves before the Yahweh. And Satan came also among them to present himself before Yahweh. Present himself before. This Job 2:1. Again, there was a day when the sons of Yahweh came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself before Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered Yahweh and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And Yahweh said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth Yahweh, and escheweth, which the word escheweth means to turn aside evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered and Yahweh and said, Skin for skin, yeah, all that a man have will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will be cursed thee to thy face. And Yahweh said to Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So went Satan forth from the presence of Yahweh, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his feet and his crown. And he took him a pot shred to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then he said his wife unto him, Doest thou still retain thine eternity? Curse Yahweh and die. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as the foolish woman speaketh. What shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh, and shall we not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips. Now when Job's 3 friends heard of all this evil that was come upon him, they came everyone from his own place, Eliphaz and Timonite, and Bildad, and Shunite, and Zophar the Nimthite, for they had made an appointment together to come to mourn with him and to comfort him. And when they lifted up their eyes afar off and knew him not, they lifted their voice and wept, and they rent every one mantle and sprinkled dust upon their heads toward heaven. So they sat down with him upon the ground 7 days and 7 nights, and none spake a word unto him, for they saw that what his grief was very great. Chapter 3, verse 1. After this opened Job his mouth and cursed his day. And Job spake and said, Let the day perish wherein I was born, and the night in which it was said, There is man child conceived. Let that day be darkness. Let not God regard it from above, neither let the light shine upon it. The darkness and the shadow of death stain it. It says, Let darkness and the shadow of death stain it. Let a cloud dwell upon it. Let the blackness of the day terrify it. As for that night, let darkness seized upon it. Let it not be joined unto the days of the year. Let it not come into the number of months. Lo, let that night be solitary. Let no joyful voice come therein. Let them curse that the day, who are ready to raise up their mourning. Let the stars of the twilight therefore be dark. Let it look for light, but have none. Neither let it see the dawning of the day, because it shut not up the doors of my mother's womb, nor hid sorrow from mine eyes. Why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly? Why did the knees prevent me, or why the breast that I should suck? For now should I have lain still and been quiet. I should have slept then had I been at rest with kings and counselors of the earth, which built desolate places for themselves, or with princes that had gold and filled their houses with silver, who as in hidden untimely birth I had not been as infants which never saw light. It says, the wicked cease from troubling and their weary be at rest. There the prisoners rest together, that they hear not the voice of the oppressor. The small and great are there, and the servant is free from his master. Wherefore is light given to him that is in misery, and life unto the bitter in soul, which long for death but cometh not, and dig for it more than for hid treasures, which rejoice exceedingly, and are glad when they can find the grave. Why is light given to man, whose way is hid, and whom Yahweh hath hedged in? But my sighing cometh before I eat, and my roaring are poured out like waters. For the thing which I greatly feared is come upon me, and that which I was afraid of is coming unto me. I was not in safety, neither had I rest, neither was I quiet, yet trouble came. Slakia. Job 4:1. Then Eliphaz and Timid answered and said, if we essay to commune with thee, wilt thou be grieved? But thou can withhold himself from speaking. Behold, thou hast instructed many, and thou hast strengthened the weak hands. Thy words have upholden him that was falling. Thou hast strengthened the feeble knees. But now it is come upon thee, and thou faintest. It toucheth thee, and thou art troubled. It is not this thy fear, thy confidence, thy hope, and the uprightness of thy ways. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where will righteousness cut off? You want to break that down? You want to read it over? This Job 4:7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off?
So that cuts like the question of why if it being killed. Alright, the Lord's not unrighteous. Alright, so the Lord ain't just gonna just do something. Even if he was just to do something, that's on the Lord. Alright, that's what the Lord wanted to do. Alright, really what I wanted to say is the Lord's not unjust. Alright, so the Lord's not gonna just kill the little baby just for nothing. Alright, he does something in his past life that was wicked. So the Lord had him put to death.
So that we give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, the monster pastors, Camillus Stone, Satis, the Arak, push West F2 for charity. Shalom.